Hello friends, welcome to Reads and Eats. My name is Fiona. I'm really glad you clicked on my video today. I'm going to be chatting to you about the books that I've read this week and what I plan to be reading this weekend. So I really hope you're going to enjoy this video. I've had quite a good week. As in what I've been doing this week. Have I been out at all this week? I don't think so. I think it's been a home week, which has been nice. Things that I've been doing in the house, but no, I've had a home week because it's been sunny and I've managed to sit out most afternoons out in the sun and read, which has been absolutely delightful. It was really, really nice. It's the kind of the first time this summer I felt like doing it and I did, and it was just, it was very, very nice. Reading wise, it's been quite a good week. Started and finished 2 books and finished one that I was reading. So let's go with the one that I was reading that I finally finished. Yes, guys, I finally finished. Welcome to the Hoinam Dong Bookshop by Hwang Bo Roim. Woohoo! I'm going to give this 3.5 out of 5. The last 100 pages did get better. They were a bit more pacey. I did like this. I know that I was slow, but on reflection, I enjoyed it. Pacing could have been probably for me a wee bit quicker, but that's the way it is with, I've been told, with translated works, and that is fine. No problems there at all. I liked our main character, Youngju. I thought she was really good. I liked the way that she thought about how she wanted to run her bookshop, all the things that, as the bookshop progressed, what she wanted to include within it. I liked Minjin, her barista. He was lovely, and I really liked getting to know him and also the other people that came into the shop. It was very much I would say, a found family in many ways. And as in, not a lot happens. It's just how she runs her bookshop, the people that come into the bookshop, and how in many ways the bookshop helps them in their lives. I think that's the way I'm going to put it. I think that's all I want to say about it, because there's no major overarching plot, and it's very much character driven. So if you like something that's character driven, I think you would possibly like this, but just don't expect there to be lots of action in it. It is a very gentle book. And in some ways it's a very cosy book as well. But no, I'm glad I've read it. Does it make me want to pick up more translated books? That I'm not sure about. I will think about it, but it's not top of my priority list at the moment. So that's the first book that's the book that I was reading and I finished. The second book I read and finished this in, I think, 2 nights, 2 days. City Spies, Forbidden City by James Ponti. This is book 3 in the City Spies series. I love this. I'm giving this 4.5 out of 5. This is basically the majority. Part of this is Paris' story. So he's entered in chess competition, but it's not just because he's good at chess. There are other things going on. The other, Sydney, has got a job as well, as a reporter for a teen magazine. All the kids have an assignment, apart from Brooklyn. Poor Brooklyn for a month is back to school for summer school. Not because she's failing, but because she needs to catch up. She came into the academy like 6 months behind in the year, so she's having to do major catch up. She's not very happy about it, but maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it's what she needs, and actually she can help the spies in many ways, still being based at home, as it were. So Paris, he's really smart. He's a smart little cookie. And there's this UK millionaire, and they think that he's up to no good, but he's organising these tournaments these tennis tournaments around the world. But various things are happening in places around the world that he is putting his tournaments to. So they think that he's part of this organisation. And they needed to try and infiltrate to find out. And Sydney is, I say, a journalist with a teen magazine because it's to do with K-pop and this billionaire's daughter and things like that. So it was really well written. It starts off, where did they go first? Moscow. And there's something to do with the domes on the Moscow buildings being changed colour and stuff, and it's like, why is that happening? And in postcards, I don't explain too much because I don't want to give the plot away, but really well paced, great characters, loved the settings. It was just so well thought out and just so well devised. This is the third book, as I say. I've read the other two. I've loved them all. At some point I will read the next 4, but not at the moment. But I am so glad that my sister from another Mr. Beth from Soulstained Ink sent me the first 3. So Beth, thank you very much. I will leave a link to Beth's channel down below. Go give her a visit. Subscribe to her channel. She's lovely, and she's, she reads lots of middle grade. And it's just so interesting to hear her chat about middle grade and everything to do with it. It's so fun, so interesting and so fun. But yeah, so I'm really pleased I've read this one. And then I read and finished Last Stop on the Winter Wonderland Express by Rebecca Raisin. This is an e-arc. It comes out in August. I love this. This is getting 4.5 out of 5. I adored this book. So we meet, hold on 1 minute. We meet Aubrey, and Aubrey is about to marry Miles in a winter wedding, and her sister is doing her makeup and everything, and you can tell from the answers that Aubrey's giving that she's maybe having second thoughts about the wedding, but she's going to go through with it. They get to the church to discover that Miles has done a runner, basically. He's like, no, I can't get married, don't do anything. Obviously Aubrey is absolutely devastated and very angry, very confused, and really doesn't know why. She decides anyway that she is going to go on their honeymoon, which was a holiday on the Winter Wonderland Express, going through Europe, visiting Christmas markets, and ending up in Finland, I think it is. Hold on, in Lapland, Finland. At a destination that has igloos, you can see the northern lights, etc. So she decides she's going on it. And her family are like, yay, go you. She arrives, and the train is beautiful, it's really well appointed. And she's asked, where's your husband? And she doesn't really want to say she's been jilted at the altar. So she says he's died. And from then on, there are various theories as to how he's died, and they're getting more and more wild. And she meets this group of people who are absolutely delightful. There's Princess, there's Jasper, there's CJ, there's Karen, there's Barry. And there's just this whole group, the 6 of them just become this unit. And Princess takes Aubrey under her wing. And Princess is like the most wonderful character. She, obviously money is no object. And, she has them in a horse-drawn carriage around Bruges She has them in a limousine going around Paris. And it's just all these things. And there's like this group of sort of 6 who are single, and then there's everyone else is loved up in couples. And it's the things that they do, you know, on the trip, how they become such good friends, and are there real romances happening? It's like, it was absolutely a delightful read. I loved reading about sort of the different cities they visited. I've been lucky enough to visit Bruges, and that just, I visited in the summer or the spring, but reading about it brought back memories. It was just, it was so good. As I say, it comes out in August. If you're looking for a really lovely Christmas read, I would pick that one up. It's a clean romance. There's some kissing, but that's it. And just as a great plot line, you can feel yourself in these places. Oh, the other place they went to is Copenhagen, so I'm like, I've been to that Christmas market. I've been there, which was really, again, lovely to bring back memories for me. It makes me if that train ride was available, please can I do it? Because it sounds absolutely delightful. So yeah, so that was the book that I started, another book that I started and finished this week. Another book that I started this week that I'm reading 2 chapters of a day is Driftwood Cove by Debbie Mason. I'm buddy reading this with Elizabeth from Lizzie Faye Loves Books. We are both really enjoying this. This book is number 5, I think. Hold on, can I tell you? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this is book 5 in the Harmony Harbour series. And this book has to be the funniest one so far. It is very humorous. I'm loving Shay. I'm loving Cherry, her friend. So the premise of the book is that Shay has come back to Harmony Harbour with her friend Sherry and her dog Roxy, because Shay's uncle Charlie has gone missing, and she wants to find out where he is, because there's talk that the mob are trying to infiltrate Harmony Harbour. He has been totally against this and has been sort of getting the business owners in Harmony Cove to say no. Michael Gallagher is back in town. He's living at the family cottage, and his mum is trying to get him married off because he's split up with his girlfriend. He split up with his girlfriend in the very first book. So she's come in to try and get married off, and he's not having it because basically his heart's with Shay. And we know in the end these guys, the two of them, are going to get together. But it's like, how is that going to happen? It is very humorous. I am thoroughly enjoying this. We're on chapter 13. I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes, because it's just, some of it is like just so funny. And then the other book I am reading is Water Moon by Samantha Soto Yambo. I'm buddy reading this with my friend Amanda from Amanda Reads. Again, I will leave a link to her channel down below. I will also leave a link to Elizabeth, so please go visit both these ladies and, you know, show them some love. I'm sure they would very much appreciate it. So this one we meet Hannah. Now Hannah is taking over the pawn shop from her father. But it's not your typical pawn shop. This is where people come in from, shall we say, the other Tokyo. So there's two Tokyos that obviously live side by side. One is a more magical Tokyo, and one is a regular Tokyo. And the day that she is supposed to take over the shop, what was I saying? I'm getting ahead of myself. So yes, they come into the pawn shop not to pawn an item, but to pawn their regrets, which is such an interesting concept. And as I say, the day that she's supposed to take over the pawn shop, she arrives down at the pawn shop. She can't find her father. The pawn shop looks as if it's been overturned. And her father's nowhere to be seen. Enter into the pawn shop Kai, who is like, oh, I've got to help you. What's happened? And she steps on something and she cuts her foot, so he takes care of it. And she's like, you should leave. And he's like, no, I'm not going to leave you like this. I'm not going to leave you like this. And Kai's come back to Tokyo because he can be working at a physics laboratory. He's a top physicist, so he's going to be working there. But this is their story of trying to find her father, find out why he's gone missing, and to try and find him before certain people come to, how can I put it, take the memories that people, or the regrets that people have pawned. I am really enjoying this. I am enjoying the adventure side of it. I really am. It's fascinating. It's fascinating because it's like because it's a sort of fantasy Tokyo, as it were. There are just the elements of fantasy. I don't know whether it is classed as a fantasy or not. Are just so unique. Not anything I've read before. And I'm really enjoying it. I'm on chapter 29, so I'm just about to start part 3. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this. Who would have thought? I have to say, I was very wary going into this, having not particularly. I enjoyed the Hoynam-dong bookshop, but with it being a very slow, gentle read, this is it's not a violent read by any means, but it's got more pace to it. So I was very, very wary, but I am enjoying it. So those are the books that I'm going to be reading this weekend. I wanted to let you see something. Remember last week I was saying that it looked like some of the trees in my area were actually beginning to turn. There's proof. That I picked that leaf up yesterday off the ground. And you'll see in my vlog from this week, I managed to get some video footage of sort of trees with their leaves turning. It's crazy. It's only the 18th of July. We're in the middle of July, and trees are turning already. It's just, some of them are not even turning. Some of them leaves are just crinkling up. So yeah, so I'm not ready for autumn yet. I'm really not. I want more sunny days that I can sit outside and enjoy the sun and read and just chill. I do not want autumn yet. I really don't. It's way too early. Way too early. We've got another 6 weeks at least of summer. So come on. But nature is obviously telling us differently, I guess. So that's kind of what I'm going to be reading. I would hope I get both of these finished this, I don't think I'll get Watermoon finished this weekend. I might. I don't know how many chapters I think there's 24 in the Driftwood Cove. No, there's 22. And I'm on 13. So I've still got still got a few days to go in the Driftwood Cove. Watermoon, maybe get it finished by the beginning of the week. And then I will pick up something else. Dad's going into Waterson's today because he's just found out that a book he wanted has come out in paperback. So he wants to go in and pick it up. So I'll go in, my mum and I'll go in with him. There is a book out that I want to get, but I don't know that I want to get it at the moment. Not because I don't want it, I do want it. But I've got 18 books in my physical TBR. I don't really want to be adding another one. Although I wouldn't be reading it now, I'd be keeping it for autumn time. But I just don't know that putting another book on my physical TBR, whether it would make me feel anxious or not. That I'm not sure. So I think I'm just gonna... I'll probably go in there and buy it. You know that. You do know that, don't you? Yeah. We'll see. We'll see what happens when we get there. But at the moment, I'm saying I'm not going to buy anything. We will see. What else is on my agenda for this weekend? Oh, domesticated stuff. Got laundry to do. But we've also got... Well, Scotland played Samoa this morning. We're staying well away from the news because we don't know what happens. But the British and Irish Lions have got their first test against Australia tomorrow. So definitely be watching that. Yay. I really like the team, I have to say. I am so glad that Andy Farrell went with Finn Russell at 10 and Hugh Jones and Sione Tuipulotu as the centres. The Huey Piloto centre partnership is like, yes, I am so glad that that's there. So I'm really looking forward to watching that. And I will not be watching it live because it's happening at silly o'clock in the morning. No, it isn't. I think it's 10 o'clock in the morning, but we've got other things to do, so we'll record it and watch it later on. There's athletics on tomorrow as well. Diamond League athletics meet from London, so I'll watch that. But yeah, apart from I've got some craft stuff I want to do. I want to record another video. So I've got things that will keep me occupied this weekend. And I've also got the Killing Time with Cozy's live show on Saturday. I'm really looking forward to that. Oh, not Saturday, Sunday, sorry. So I'm really looking forward to that, catching up with my friends and just having fun times. But that's it for this video. Please come chat with me down in the comments. Have you read any of the books that I've mentioned? If you have, what did you think of them? I would love to know, but no spoilers, please, of the two that I'm currently reading. That'd be good. What are your plans for the weekend? What have you been reading this week, and what are you going to be reading this weekend? I would love to know. On your way to come chat with me in the comments. Bless me. Thank you. On your way to come chat with me in the comments, if you haven't already, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. That would be really good. It keeps my channel being sought out in the algorithm. And also, if you haven't already and you would like to, please subscribe. I would love you to subscribe. I'm getting new subscribers, all over periods of time, and I love that. So thank you to anyone that's new. If I haven't said hello before, hello, thank you, and welcome to my channel. But I would love for you to come and join my little cozy corner over here on the internet, chatting about books and everything else. But that's it for the moment, friends. I hope you have a good weekend, but until my next video, stay safe, happy reading. Bye!